Hi everyone, I'm Judy Smith and I'm here today with a wonderful book. Every once in a while a book will come along and I say this is actually one of the best books I have ever read. This is one of those. It's now one of my most favorites. It is called Bear's Big Dreaming. It is by Michael Rosen. The book itself is absolutely beautiful. And the story theme, it's about a little bear who's hibernating for the very first year, and he's worried that he won't have enough dreams for the big sleep. So he goes out to all of his friends and asks them for ideas about dreams. These dreams are wonderful. The story is beautiful, so please put this on your reading list. Bear's Big Dreaming is a beautiful, beautiful book. You'll want to read it over and over again. Now, because it's a story about wintertime, we thought comfort food would be the way to go. So this is a recipe for chicken noodle soup, which is so kid-friendly. It's perfect. Kids can help you make it. It's so easy, it doesn't take much time at all. So here we go. We're gonna start off. I have a pan here. I'm gonna turn my plate on to medium heat. I have put in 2 tablespoons of butter. You could also use olive oil. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna warm up that butter and we're gonna add a cup of carrots right into the pan, just like that. Now we're gonna saute those for about 4 minutes until they're a little bit soft. So we'll come back after they're sauteed and see what comes on next. Well, we're back and our carrots are all sauteed, about 4 minutes worth. They're a little bit softer, so we're ready to go with the seasoning. This is the real key to these noodles because it's such a simple recipe, but they have so much flavor. Seasoning-wise, we're gonna put this right in the pot now. I have 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder and 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. So that goes in over those carrots. Next, and this doesn't sound like much, but it does the trick, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of celery salt, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric. And I think it's that turmeric that does the trick with this. So get all of it. It gives it such a nice color too. And then last but not least, we have a teaspoon of chicken bouillon that goes in, which also adds to that flavor. So I'm going to stir that all up and get those wonderful seasoning pieces in there. Now, the next thing we're going to add is the broth. It takes 32 ounces of chicken broth. Fortunately, that's what's in this container. So we're going to pour this all in. You can hear it sizzling. Then we're going to bring this to a boil because the next thing we're going to add will be the noodles and the chicken. My broth is starting to simmer, so it's now time to add the final 2 ingredients to this easy soup. All right, here we go. We're going to add noodles to it. These are a little bit different. It calls for Klusky noodles, but you could use any kind of noodles that you want. But I like these because they're short and they're thicker. And I thought, I'll have a hard time finding those, but I didn't. Found them right at my local grocery store. So there's 1.5 cups of those. You could use a cup, however much you would like to use. I like a little bit more, so I used 1.5 cups. And last but not least, the final ingredient is chicken, of course. Rotisserie chicken. Just cut it up. And remember, your kids, if they have a child-safe knife, can cut up the chicken and the carrots for you. So these are going to go in next. Here we go into my boiling pot. Noodles and chicken. We're going to stir this up. Now this will need to simmer for about 12 to 15 minutes. Our soup has been simmering away for about 12 minutes, 12 to 15, and it looks fantastic. The noodles have all softened up and they're ready. So let's take a look at this. Chicken noodle soup. And you saw how easy it was to make. Here we go. Those beautiful noodles, carrots, flavor is amazing. So please put this recipe on your list. It is wonderful. It's easy to make, has so much flavor. Kids can help you make it. That's the important part. And remember to put this book on your list. Bear's Big Dreaming. To get the information about the book and to get this recipe, go to our blog page, ateacherandanoven.com. And remember our motto, read to the children in your life every day. You're giving a gift that will last a lifetime. I'll see you next book.